Yes, the story of Johnny and I. It's really not that exciting of a story, but I'll tell you. So Johnny and I actually met in New York about probably now 8 or 9 years ago, through a mutual friend. I had a boyfriend at the time. He had a girlfriend at the time. So when we met, it wasn't like anybody thought anything of it. It was just like meeting another person. We both went through other relationships, and a few years after we met, I saw him in Miami because I got booked for a job for his women's clothing line. Now, it was one of those scenarios where I felt like I recognized him, but I couldn't place where, so I wasn't sure if I had worked with him before or whatnot on set, but I was like, oh, hi, good to see you. Anyways, it was a 2-day shoot, and throughout those 2 days, I really got to know him and hang out with him, and he was like playing country music, and his nieces came to set, and he was like playing with these nieces, and then I learned obviously that I hadn't worked with him before. He was reminded me that we had met before through a friend. And I just developed like this like high school crush. I can't even describe it. I just was like I just got so giddy around him. After the first day, I ended up asking one of the girls that works for him for his number to like ask him about when the call time was the next day. But honestly, I just really wanted his number. So after the second day of the shoot, I ended up staying in Miami that night and going out with some friends and texting him when I got a little too drunk and was like asking him to come meet us, which he didn't respond to me because he was working, which at the time I thought was baloney, but now I realize that he probably was actually working till 2 a.m. Anyways, he finally responded at like 2 a.m. was like, sorry, I was working. Like, let me know if you want me to take you to lunch tomorrow or something. I didn't know if he was just being polite as just like to be friendly or whatnot, but I was like, yeah. So basically he picked me up the next day, took me to lunch. We went to lunch, had a great time. Nothing really happened, but just continued to talk. And the next week I was going to Paris for Fashion Week. It was also my birthday and his birthday. And he was like, what do you want for your birthday? And I was like, for you to come to Paris. He had a showroom in Paris showing his collection, so he actually had some work that he could do there. So basically then he flew to Paris and surprised me. And we fell in love in Paris and basically hung out for a week and didn't stop talking and hanging out ever since. And that is the story of us.